I want to share a story with you this morning about the water buffalo. I know it sounds a bit odd, but the water buffalo, they're an amazing animal. They live for one another, and because of it, they're stronger together. They're a herding animal, and they truly live for one another and to protect each other. And rightly so. In these regions of the world, there are massive predators like lions and cheetahs and alligators and crocodiles that we would not want to tangle with, and neither do they. One of my favorite depictions of this with the water buffalo, it's a really cool video that it shows this herd of water buffalo walking together, and then all of a sudden they start to thin out and they start to form a single file line because over here, they're walking around this lake, and on the other side of the lake, the ground gets really narrow. And on the other side of that are about 5 or 6 lions waiting for lunch. And the lead buffalo, when he gets close to that area, they walk through the narrow passageway and they are literally single file. And all of a sudden, the lead buffalo sticks his nose up. He smells the lions, and then he sees the lions and he takes off. And when he does so, the lions do as well. And what do? Right? We've seen this a lot. They single out one lone water buffalo. The scene goes to where they grab him, they tackle him, and they land right next to the pond. And you think, man, it can't get much worse for this water buffalo who's been singled out and has 5 lions sitting on top of him. But it does. Then an alligator comes up out of the water and grabs the leg of the water buffalo, trying to drag him into the water. And now there's this wrestling match. The lions take the water buffalo up onto higher land, and it's a big open area before the slender area of land. So they get him up away, and the alligator can't get him. My question for us this morning is, have you ever felt like that water buffalo as a follower of Christ? All alone, isolated, no one to depend on, attacked. But this is what ended up happening. The lions took that water buffalo up onto the land where it was wider and more open. And the people that were videotaping panned out on the video, and in the back, you see this huge herd of buffalo coming towards the lions. And as they got close, they started stomping, and they literally are stomping the lions. They're kicking the lions. And then one of them even hooks a lion and throws a lion off to protect one of their own. And you know what happened? All the lions left, and the water buffalo came back to his family, came back to the herd, and was protected. And I guarantee you that herd is stronger because of it. How do we prevent ourselves from being isolated and attacked or lonely as believers? Scripture gives us a very simple yet profound blueprint for us to thrive in relationships with one another. And the picture that the Bible gives for us to do life with Jesus while walking alongside others is one word, and it's allelon. And allelon is a Greek word that means one another or mutual or reciprocal. And the allelon directive occurs 100 times in 94 verses in the New Testament. And it actually binds us stronger in such a way that we're 100% stronger together than if we were independent or isolated like the water buffalo. And just like he got stranded, they went down that very narrow passageway. I believe that God's calling us to not have to go through that so that we can truly live stronger together as we live with one another.